Hey, okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Alert.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Switch. Rush in.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Up, 180. I got you, punk. Hey, ball.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And down right around the 37. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 37-yard line. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season He needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Elliott running right. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And this one is right down Broadway.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. He's got Burton here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot. Teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First down, Cowboys.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up first and 10.
Hey, kill. 59.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. The defense is saying, okay, now that's more like it.
Yeah, we hear from coaches all the time how they preach a next play mentality. Doesn't matter whether the previous one was good or bad. You move on to the next one. But we just saw evidence of that happening right there.
Here we go, 47. Mike 5'9", Mike Wild Bill.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Switch. Here go 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Austin. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check, 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 check.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And just shutting him off there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Check go 480. Minus 59. We're going to 54. Right here. Switch it. We're going 47.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Cowboy first down.
Here we go. 480. 59. Man, I got you. Check safety. Hey, alert 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 26.
Now Elliott uses the stiff, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Crunch. Alert. Mike's 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 50. Hey, wahoo.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jalen Smith, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A game there of 30 big ones. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And he has got it. From 55 yards away, that was never in doubt. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, here we go. Forward in. All day. All day. Here we go, 47. Sweat. Here we go, going to 53. Check it back up. Jump. Let's go. My ball. 26. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's going to find Gallup here complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kick by Marr is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Watch the whip. He's crashing.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. This is Miller. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Trubisky on first down. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Marr on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Cowboys 26, Bears 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Switch.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side, complete. It's Burton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
Now, it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And 6 at the Cowboys 37-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
It's now 3rd down.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Touchdown, Chicago! Cordero Patterson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, Dallas.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you. I got you. Check 25.
This is Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Trubisky will throw. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now a give right side. It's Elliott. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Here we go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they take a knee. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Mike, here we go. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it. Go. Get out there.
Here's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cowboys, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.